Minister for Justice, Gjonaj, has announced that 2018 will be the year for reforming the penitentiary system, announcing that all employees of prisons will undergo vetting. Minister for Energy, Gjiknuri, warns all businesses and families with outstanding debts or illegal connections to take advantage of the grace period to legalise their water supply or face punishment in accordance with the law. Tirana's Mayor, Emigrant, outlined the proposal for a new bus line in Tirana, declaring the tender will be immediately given to the company which will ensure it delivers the service using only electric buses. Good evening, it's 6 o'clock on Tuesday the 23rd of January 2018. Welcome to the English edition of Aura News. My name is Alexandra and I'm here to bring you the day's top stories from across the country translated into English. Minister of Justice, Gjonaj, has stated that 2018 will be the year of major reforms in the penitentiary system. Gjonaj said that after updating the selection process for new leaders of institutions executing criminal decisions, IECDs, the recruitment process for prison staff will also be amended to include provisions for all potential candidates to be vetted. Great work is being done to redesign the penitentiary system through structural and legal reform. These laws will regulate the processes of recruitment, transfers, retirement and dismissals of prison officers, ending political interference and enabling special employment status for prison police officers, said Minister Gjonaj. Present at the annual meeting to conduct an analysis on the General Directorate of Prisons, Gjonaj announced that she is seeking results from the new prison leaders. The Minister of Justice once again reiterated the tasks they must fulfil in their 3-month probation periods. Such tasks relate to security in prisons, the fight against corruption amongst staff of institutions, as well as those regarding treatment of convicts. The Minister also paid special attention to the implementation of the General Regulation on Prisons, stressing that the respect and implementation of this document will be the direct responsibility of the Director of Prisons. The General Director of the Prison Directory, Ben Chulko, and 24 directors of the IECD were present at the meeting for the annual analysis of work by the General Directorate of Prisons. Emigrant voting will be an important part of the debate on justice reform. For this reason, the Minister for the Diaspora, held a meeting which was attended by representatives of the OSCE and civil society, although the opposition was nowhere to be seen. For Maiko, the initiative coincides with the 10-year term of passport renewal. The vote of Albanian nationals abroad will further tie the country's future with the integration process. After this electoral reform, we will have governments that will support their legitimacy even further with the vote of their own citizens in the West. Another reason that encourages quick decision-making by the Albanian Parliament is regulating registration of citizens abroad. This process requires a special administrative attention, said Pandeli Maiko. But for Minister of Interior, Fatmir Jafaj, the current law includes 1/3 of Albanians being denied their right to vote. 1/3 of Albanian citizens who should have the right to vote are not able to exercise it. The time has come to derive a system that enables them to do so. Finding and applying a system that enables emigrants to vote without being forced to physically appear is very difficult under the conditions of this artificially tense political climate. The contribution experts engaged in our country, as well as the OSCE and other international organisations, will help us to find a solution that provides trust for everyone, determined Fatmir Jafaj. OSCE representative Robert Wilton warned more transparency and greater caution are needed when changing the electoral code. This is not a simple issue. The decision and analysis on this issue should be taken with all the seriousness the challenge presents, stated Wilton. Regarding electoral reform, the relevant committee has already been established by the Assembly, but concrete discussions have not yet started. The municipality of Tirana will ask the City Council to approve the draft decision for the first line of new electric buses, which Mayor Valiai has guaranteed will be put into operation this year. We have prepared a proposal for the Municipal Council to assess in late January. We will introduce a new line and anyone who brings new electric buses will be immediately offered the tender acquisition for it, he announced. The Mayor also added that there are no more problems for those applying for licences to operate electric taxis either. There will be no more bureaucracy, no more waiting for tedious procedures to obtain licences for public transport. If you apply for an electric taxi licence, you will receive it within 24 hours, said Erion Veliai. Berj is assisting Tirana's municipality for drafting the Green City Action Plan for managing development of the city without pollution. Veliai expressed his glee over Tirana being many times cleaner than 3 years ago, thanks to greater engagement of municipal cleaning staff as well as other initiatives such as the reduction of plastic bags, which have also played a very important role. The old Leja-Rubik National Road has been blocked for days due to landslides involving rocks following heavy rainfall across the country. The landslides occurred near the village of Rasvik, putting a high-voltage pole at risk. As the situation becomes more critical, the road segment is also threatened by the flow of the Mat River, a problem that for the Leja prefect, Gjoj Prendi, was created by the blockages in the river flow caused by garbage. The cause for the landslides is the significant levels of trash in the river, said Gjoj Prendi. The contractor firm that maintains this road segment was immediately engaged to unblock the road, while measures have been taken to establish signalling tables in hazardous areas. From Elbasan, the Minister of Infrastructure and Energy, Gjiknuri, has called on citizens and businesses with water debts to pay their bills and for those with illegal connections to immediately set up contracts with the supplier. The Minister warned that abusers will be legally penalised. I must once again call on citizens to take advantage of the grace period, which is currently active. We will begin our operation with businesses at first. Data exchanges are being made with tax authorities and other structures that have data from businesses to see and identify large water consumers who, unfortunately, are debtors or abusers. Whoever abuses water or connects illegally will be punished in accordance with the law, announced Gjiknuri. Accompanied also by the Mayor of Elbasan, Kazim Saidini, Gjiknuri inspected the works being carried out on the reconstruction of the water supply system in the 28 Nantori and Skanderberg neighbourhoods at an investment of about 457 million lek. Current investment is very important and it provides half of Elbasan with a 24-hour water supply. In other words, 22,000 families will benefit from this investment. We acknowledge the 10,000 families who are the suburban part of this city also. Your investment in Elbasan is the maximum you can support, so our obligation is to increase the performance of the water supply system not only in the city but also in the village, explained Kazim Saidini. The project foresees the replacement of all main water distribution lines, construction of 430 manholes, installation of individual and collective water meters, including 1,575 for family subscribers. So far, 25% of works have been carried out, including the installation of water pipes spanning a length of 9 kilometres. 4 people were arrested by police in fear over what is being considered an illegal protest organised on Monday at the dividing line between the Veri and Kalim Emav villages. The detainees are also accused of resisting police officers. Despite the police action, residents again came out today to protest against the project to construct an incinerator. The protest was also joined by the SMI chair, Monica Kruemadi, who reaffirmed her support for the stand against the project. The SMI supports the residents of Veri, declared Kruemadi. On the other hand, the Mayor of Fir, Armando Subashi, said on Monday that the incinerator is being built in accordance with laws and regulations, and as such, he called on the issue not to be politicised. And that's the news from across the country today. Thank you for watching our English edition this evening, and be sure to join me again every Monday to Saturday at 6 p.m. for the latest news from Albania. Once again, on behalf of Aura News, thank you and good night.